Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, here I am. I think I'm broadcasting live. I hope so. Anyways, it is just so awesome to be with you. Oh, looks like we got somebody here. Hey, Raven Fisher. Hi, how you doing? Hey, Sonia Testament. Good to see you all. Well, thank you for joining us. Yay, Yin Yen's here. Yay. Shivan Bhaktan's here. Oops, I can't read. Hold on, I got to put on my glasses, guys. You guys are getting here quicker than I can. Darla's here. Findog's here. Kid Cool. Mary Wick's here. Sue's here. Lady Witch is here. Hey. Steve Taylor's here. Oh my gosh. You guys were almost like waiting for me. Anyways, I'm a little later than I planned to be. I know I said I was going to try to do 7 o'clock, but I got here nonetheless. Yay, let's see here. Steve Taylor's here. Denise Hurd is here. Amanda Martin's here. Hey, Amanda, good to see you, darling. Raven Fisher's here. Hold on, I got these notifications coming in. Yeah, Fendog's here. Yay. What's going on tonight, you ask? Well, you know, tonight I thought we'd have just a wonderful little Sunday hangout like we did last week. You know, it's so fun. And it's rare that I get to just relax and hang out with you guys. And, you know, I thought I'd do a little readings and just talk about stuff and answer questions. And, you know, so let's see what we got going on. It looks like we got a question. Raven Fisher says, Bob, I just had a baby girl. Can you tell me about her and her life? Let me just step into her frequency. Hold on just a second, Raven. You know what I get around this girl? She's got a lot of bright yellow light around her, which means high intellect. She's definitely an old soul. And she has a lot of yellow, and she has this orange light, which means she has a lot of artistic energy. And I think she'll go on and be very successful in the arts. My spirit guide, Fletcher, said she also is a natural channel. So she has a gift, a psychic gift of channeling. I believe she'll channel art. And she may eventually even channel spirit connections. I do some psychic stuff because I do get purple around her as well. But orange and yellow are the predominant colors. High intellect channeling gift. That's what I see. She's going to live a long life too. Very good energy around her. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here, you know. Well, welcome. Anyways, I got to show you guys. I got a new purple veil. Check this out. It's done. I don't know if you guys can see it, hopefully. It's done in deep purple with kind of a deep blue paisley print on it. You guys like that? It's been cool here in Virginia. It's like literally getting like fall. So I brought out my new veil here. I thought you guys would like seeing this. And anyways, you know, when I do sacred work at my altar, I always wear it over my head like this. How you like my veil on me? What do you think, guys? Is this cool looking or what? Yeah, you like that? Thank you so much. Yay. All right, who said that? I'm sorry, I can't see it here. Forgive me. Antoine LeVay's here. Deathless Cerberus is here. Kashi's here. Judy Bell's here. Dionysus Ortiz. Yes, this veil is very soft and comfortable. And that's what I like. It's made of cashmere and silk, which is like really luxurious. So anyways, I'm enjoying wearing my veil. For those of you who don't know, if you haven't seen my video about veils, in the old days, people who were members of Wicca, thank you, Lady Witch. Thank you, Yen Yen. People in the old days wore veils in the Wiccan community. Not just women, men wore them as well. And if you do research, particularly in ancient Rome, whenever men would go to a temple to pray, they always veil themselves like this. And you'll find pictures of like the great, you know, leaders of Rome with veils over there that look just like what I'm wearing. And so that is an ancient pagan tradition. And a lot of pagans today are now saying that they want to oh my gosh, I just noticed the thumbs up going on. Guys, thank you. The more thumbs up you give, the more it helps me. I really appreciate that. It means the world to me because, you know, unfortunately, YouTube is trying to push people off YouTube. But when they get good public support, they feel a little, they back off. So your support truly, truly, truly helps me. Thank you, Christian Druid 1313. Good to see you here tonight. Judy Bell's here tonight. Hi, Judy Bell. Do you think if I, Judy's asking, do you think if I apply for disability that I may be approved? Thank you. Hi, Judy. I got to tell you, and I'm not trying to pop your bubble, I'm getting the word delay around that. I think you're going to be up against a hard situation. You're going to have to get an attorney because I've got to be honest with you. I feel the first time you apply, it's rejected. Or they give you such a runaround that you just never get anywhere. So I think you're going to have an attorney. And I would say start with legal counsel, okay? But I think you'll get it, but I got to tell you, you're going to go through a year before you get approved, okay? I'm sorry to say that, but I got to be honest with you, okay? Anyways, thank you for your questions. I thought though, before we go into more questions, I just want to do a brief meditation with you guys. That helps me just to clear the channel so I can see easier. And it takes less strain on me because it brings me closer to the spirit. So I want everybody just to settle down. We're going to just do a little meditation here, okay? So let's just pause. Let's just close our eyes for a minute. And as you close your eyes, I want you to visualize above your head floating a beautiful ball of light, glowing, brilliant white light. And I want you to see that ball. It's almost like a sunlight floating about 3 or 4 feet above your head. I want you to see that light, a beam of white light come down from that. And let that light enter through the top of your forehead, through the top of your head, and let it move down through your face, down through the back of your head. Let that light move all the way through your body, just quickly and effortlessly, until it gets all the way down to your feet. And this is the light of spirit that we're opening so that we can all be in our highest selves and be attuned to spiritual energies. Let that light just flow through you now. And just take a moment, just let's sit in that beam of light. It's like a spotlight coming down from the spirit world, but it passes right through your body and it brings peace and balance and healing. Let's just sit with that light just for a moment, okay? Very good. All right. Well, there we go. Isn't that wonderful? See, that just helps me to attune to the spirit world. You know, for those of you who are developing psychically, you know, many times I'll be out on the street, people come up to me, ask for readings, and I can do that because I'm just always in psychic mode. But when I can just take a few minutes and do that, that really helps me to tune in even sharper. Okay, so thank you for letting me do that. And I hope you guys did it as well. Hi, yes, Judy Bell. Good to see you, darn. Thank you. I'm glad that helped you. To answer your questions, yes, I'm feeling a lot better. You know, I've got a lot of rest today and yesterday, last night, and today. So thank you. I'm doing better. And thank you for all of you who came out to last night's video. We had a lot of fun talking about the mystical Lord Buddha. If you didn't see that, you got to check that out, you know. Hi, there's Amanda Martins here. Hi, Amanda. Amanda, can you please see if Edgar Casey has any messages for me? Love you, Bob. Having a rough time connecting with him. Any tricks or messages? XOXO. You're such a love. You know, Amanda, one of the things that I find with the spirit world is consistency. Literally, just start talking every day. Sometimes it helps when you're trying to connect with your guides to have a notepad in your hand, because sometimes you'll find that while you're talking, you might say, Mr. Casey, help me with this or that. You'll just have a compulsion to start scribbling or writing something. A lot of times they'll come through a message literally in the middle of while talking to them. I do get him around you, and I keep hearing him say, he said that they're trying to break through in your dreams. It looks like your sleep cycles have been off here a little bit. And Mr. Casey said, we're going to try to talk to her in her dreams. So I want you, before you go to bed, ask Edgar Casey to speak to you. Tell him you give him permission, and let yourself do some meditation. You might want to do this light meditation like we did right before you go to sleep. And then that's going to help open the channel. And you'll see, now you are going to start to connect with him in the day as well. But I want you to try to keep a little notepad with you as well. Do both of those. That's going to help you, okay? Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Okay. All right, let's see. Findog said, what's the weather like up there? It is like autumn here. It is beautiful. Bright blue skies, bright sun, and cool air. It feels great. Feels like it's already September. It's amazing. Thank you for asking. Yeah, hi, Luis. Louis L. or Luis. I'm not saying I'm saying your name correctly. Yes, I'm doing much better. Thank you. Hey, there's Ree Exton. Good to see you, Ree. Ree's up late. Ree, you're all the way in Britain, I believe. Ree says, could you please tell me if spirit has any messages for me? I've been ill recently and I'm struggling generally. Yeah. You know, Ree, I got to tell you, when I'm stepping into your frequency right now, I'm getting kind of a murky green light around you, which indicates that you have been sluggish physically. I feel there's a little bit of depression issue here around you as well. And I keep hearing a voice talk to me. It's one of your spirit people. There's a lady talking to me, and she says, I'm bringing her up. I'm lifting her energy. There's a lady around you. I keep getting the name. It sounds like Jarina is the name, like Jerry, yes, Jarina. And she said that she's bringing healing. She's dressed in a nurse's uniform. And it's interesting. She looks kind of like she's from the 1950s, 1960s era. But her name is Jarina. She's going to help you heal. And she's asking me to tell you as well to balance your sugar levels. It looks like you're maybe having some little issue with blood sugar as well. You might need to have a doctor look at that. I'm not getting anything severe, but just that's an area she's asking me to talk to you about, okay? But Jorena's her name, and she's around you. Okay. Hi, Sonia. Sonia says that she's been getting, oops, hold on, Sonia, your message went by. Let's see. I often talk to Nikola Tesla. He's full of information. He's always wanting to spread knowledge. That's wonderful. Yes. Yeah, he is working with you. You know, the great masters, many of the great psychics, great inventors, they're really coming in to work with people right now because we are at a time on the earth where humanity's getting a chance to advance, a chance to expand their consciousness. And the great ones are helping. And for those of us who are trying to listen to them, I'm not saying we all do it perfectly. I myself struggle sometimes too. But if we're just halfway trying, if we're really giving a little effort, we're going to get help from them. I love that that's happening to you. Okay. Shadowlander writes, hey, Bob, I recently picked up a selenite tower at the Illinois State Fair. It seems that selenite is the, do you get that this is the creative stone for me? I'm sorry, I can't read everything you're writing. Yes, selenite puts you in touch with that inner voice. You know, it's a very good stone for psychic development, particularly. And I do feel like, you know, for you, Shadowlander, one of the things that I do know about you is you're a channel. You know, all your creative work, your music, your writing, all of that is a channeling exercise. And where does our psychic self attune to? It attunes to lunar energy. I'm not saying you can't use solar energy, but lunar energy is traditionally where it is. And selenite is great for tuning that. So I would encourage you to charge that crystal under moonlight, preferably the full moon or waxing moon. That's going to increase your psychic ability. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and work with that. It's a good stone, especially for you. Okay. Sin 1982 says, hi, Bob. Sometimes at work around 3 to 4 a.m., I feel someone standing next to me. Can you tell me who it is? You're going to laugh when I say this, Sim, but you know who it is? It's a security guard. There was, this goes back, I think, like 1970s, 1980s. There was somebody who worked in that area. I don't know if it was exactly in your building, but on that property. They were a security guard. They died. They had a heart attack. I believe they actually died at work, but they loved their job. I keep getting the name Edward around this, so I want you to start speaking to him. Say, Edward, are you here? He seems to be like, he thinks he's still working, and I have to tell you, I think he's earthbound. Not dangerous. Now, I have to clarify, not every earthbound is dangerous, but I do pick him up around you. Edward's his name. He's a security guard. I can see his uniform and his badge, but he thinks he's still on shift. He's probably wondering why everybody ignores him, but that's who's around you, okay? I always hope that helps a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Good, Finn Dog. Good to see you. Ree Exton, are you in Britain? I'm trying to remember. Are you in Wales or England? I thought you're UK. I get so many people from all over the world. I get them confused sometimes. But I'm pretty sure you're British. Welsh, I think, if I'm correct. Anyways, it's nice that you're up late. You know, Normally on Sunday, we do the witching hour at 8. And I hope we'll get that going again. So I'm still working on that. I've just had a lot going on. But, I thought it's kind of fun to come to you a little early now. So especially for those of you who are in the UK. And, I appreciate you staying up late. Yeah, Antoine LeVay has a question. He says, Bob, I was wondering how to control OCD. That's obsessive compulsive disorder. Well, Antoine, there are actually a few ways to work on that. One, I would say definitely work with the doctor. They can give you medicines. OCD is sometimes tied in with anxiety disorders, and they give medicines to help regulate that so you won't feel those compulsions. Like some people have OCD, they have to wash their hands 100 times or check things, or, like they have rituals. And so that OCD, the medicine helps break down the compulsion for the rituals that will make you a little more peaceful. One of the other things I would recommend for you is also, really try to develop a daily meditation. When we meditate every day, even though I do readings all day long, and many of you have sat with me, we always start with meditation. I still have to do my own private meditation outside of readings. So it doesn't count for me doing meditation during readings. So I do my own meditation, and I just make it very simple. Just sit and let light go through your body. It's so simple, but it's one of the most powerful meditations. And, in your case, Antoine, you can ask for the ray to be a healing color. Like think of a color that brings you calm, whether it's green, whether it's pink. Traditional healing colors are soft green or soft pink. And once you fill yourself with that white light, tint it one of those colors, and that's going to help you have some energy of vibration of peace, okay? But definitely work with your doctor, because OCD has a biochemical element that now modern day science can also help with that. I don't know if you've talked to a doctor, but you might want to also discuss your diet. You may have to talk to a nutritionist as well, because certain foods, particularly that have high dye content, can induce OCD, they're saying now. So I don't remember if it's like red dye. I know red dye can induce hyperactivity, but I think it's also believed that certain dyes, like red dyes, can encourage or enhance OCD behavior. So you might have to alter your diet to cut out some of those dyes, okay? So I would look into all of those. Anyways, hope that helps a little bit. Good question. Yeah. Let's see here. I was wondering how to, oh, that's okay. I already got that. Hold on. I got to move down my page here a little bit. Let's see. Oops, hold on. I jumped down so far I lost myself here. Hold on, guys. I got to put on my glasses. You know, it's like, Bob, I'm half blind here. Okay. Yeah. Deathless Lord Cerberus, who's also here from the United Kingdom. I hope I don't mind you give out your name, Ash. I'll just say that. Ash is here. He said, you could sing in the rain for an hour for a live stream and still enjoy it. You might, but I think most people would turn that off. Thank you so much. Yeah, he's talking about yesterday, or not yesterday, day before yesterday's video. I was singing in the rain, having fun on Vlog Thursday with that. Or Friday. It was UFO Friday. I was singing in the rain. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much. Jonathan says, Bob, love your energy. Can you tell me what career path I should follow? Jonathan, you have a communicator light around you. I get a lot of blue light here, and I think you'd be very good at something where you do expression. You'd be a very good writer. I also feel like you could work in television, like being a commentator, or if you didn't want to be in front of the camera, you'd be good as a script writer. But communication is your life theme, and I feel like you'd be very good in that area, okay? I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your question. Amanda Martin says, Bob, any messages from my Nana Mary or my best friend Jocelyn? Missing them terribly lately. Let me see if Fletcher has any. Fletcher, do you have anything from them? Jocelyn's here? Okay, hold on. It looks like Jocelyn's coming in for you. Amanda, let me see. I got to wait till Fletcher gets her through. Is she back? Okay. Hold on. I have another spirit guy I work with. Doris Stokes is here. She's helping me. Doris, can you bring Jocelyn through? Oh, I hear Jocelyn laughing. And she said, oh, I'm still cutting up over here. She wants you to know, she said, I am a riot. She said, they don't know what to do with me in the spirit world. Looks like when she was on Earth, when she was alive on Earth, she loved to have a lot of fun. You and her, I think you guys kind of like where one was, the other was, and there was trouble. she said, I'm making trouble over here. And she's asking me to say she's fine. And she said she misses everybody. She said, tell everybody I'm sorry I left the way I did. And it looks like around her there was a really sudden death. It's kind of unexpected. She says to tell you, she said, I knew I was going to go. I don't understand that, but she says, I knew I was going to go. It's like maybe she had a premonition or some sort of dream, but she said, I'm okay with it now. But she wants you to know she's in the light and she's at peace, but she sends her love to you. And she keeps showing me a little cake here with candles. I don't know if we're coming up on a birthday, maybe your birthday or her birthday, but it seems to be an important date coming soon. And she's bringing a cake with candles. And she just handed some beautiful flowers over to you. And she said, look at them, they're roses. She's giving you long stem roses. And she said, ha, ha, she's laughing. She said, I left thorns on them just as a joke. She's laughing. She said, no, I would never hurt her. She said, I love her. But she wants you to know she's sending you flowers and she's brought this cake for you. But she's in the light, okay? Thank you so much for coming. Okay, thank you so much. I hope that helps her. All right. Miss Mayhem TV. I remember last week's Hangout, you mentioned the book, Opening to Channel, which is one of my fave books. Could you possibly tell me if there's a goddess or god that's been trying to connect to me? I keep getting the name Selena around you. Selena was the ancient moon goddess, but she's one of the spirits that is around you. I think you're actually drawing quite a number because I think your power is very strong. But I want you to explore Selena, Selene, I believe it's how it's spelled, but it's pronounced Selena. Okay, but she's around you in spirit, okay? Thank you so much. All right. Oh, look, we got a message. SM, hello, bye. Hello, SM. Thank you for being there. Strongwind, hello, Strongwind. Welcome. Good to see you. Miss Ma'am TV, thank you. Last week's readings, they were so awesome. Thank you so much. You're so kind. I'm so honored that anybody bothers to tune in. I've said it before. Some of you know this, but when I first started YouTube, it was really an experiment. And I'm not saying this to sound important. I was already an established psychic before YouTube. I had built a practice here in Washington, D.C. I was full-time psychic, and I was doing very well as a psychic locally. But YouTube, somebody said, gee, Bob, you should be on YouTube. And I thought, what's YouTube? And I started at YouTube back in 2007 when it was still relatively young. And I did my first video. In fact, you can go see my first video. It's kind of funny because I'm so awkward in it. I didn't know how to be on camera then. But, when I started YouTube, it was just an experiment. I had no idea it would take off like it had. And I've been very thankful. YouTube has allowed me a lot of opportunities to expand in my reading, to meet so many wonderful people. It's allowed me a lot of media opportunities to be on television and radio shows all over the world. To be interviewed in magazines and in newspapers. So it's really helped me in my life. And I feel a great debt of gratitude and loyalty to all of you because, I put out videos and truth is anybody could just choose not to watch. You don't have to watch. But people come and so many of you come consistently. And it gives me a message that it makes me feel very loved. And I feel very loved and I'm very blessed to have all of you in my life. So thank you. So yeah, I do enjoy YouTube and I've been doing it for a lot of years and it just gets better and better, It does. Yeah. Hold on, I got to move on down. For some reason, my screen's not advancing here. Okay. Star White writes, Bob, do you see me with a financial windfall anytime soon? No, I don't. I have to be honest with you. I feel that you are in a bit of a holding pattern there, but I want you to watch as we get into, it's not going to be around January. I feel there's a new job opportunity for you at that time. So, but you're not going to just win the lottery. Okay. I have to break it to you that way. I'm sorry, but suddenly having a fortune is it's not part of your journey. Okay. But you have a lot of intelligence, and I keep seeing in the new year some connection for you with the job. It has a lot of creativity around it. I'd like you to explore some connection to, like, and this may sound a little crazy right now, fashion industry, either designing things or designing displays. Could be connected to retail, like designing shop displays or clothing displays. That's where you have a lot of success, but it'll be around the new year. Okay. Anyways, good luck with that. All right. Hold on a second. I'm trying to read, guys. Forgive me. The thing moves so quickly. Re-Exton, I'm so glad to have found you, Bob. I love your energy and always learn something new from you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you are here and a part of my life. I feel the same, darling. Thank you for being here. Okay. Shivan Bhaktan says, hi, I was wondering, should I focus more on my tarot crystal ball or spirit board? Not sure what to focus on. Thank you. You know, Shivan, I got to tell you, I used to want to try to do crystal ball readings when I started out. I had trouble with it. I found for me, I'm just speaking for me, by doing tarot is a really good way to start, I think, for you, because what tarot does is it allows you to get a really sharp focus. And what you want to do is use your tarot cards as if they are windows into another dimension. So choose a card that you like, focus on it, and go into it and let it become three-dimensional. This will help you in a few ways. One, it will put you in touch with the energy of the tarot, which is always wonderful. I believe the tarot carries a lot of power in and of itself. It will help you with visualization. It will take you to a next level. And then I would say go to the crystal ball. I found that after I got used to working with tarot imagery, it allowed me to open up into the crystal ball. So I'm not saying you have to do it that way. That's just how I did it, and it seemed to work. Spirit board takes a little longer because takes a lot more energy. So I would take that slowly, but start with the tarot. And it's kind of like from there, everything else is going to grow. Okay. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Hey, Gav Hines is here all the way from England as well. Gosh, I think half of Britain is in our chat tonight. Welcome, UK. You know I love the UK. Big shout out to everybody from the UK. I used to live in England. I lived in Cambridge for a year. And I loved it. I loved England, and I can't wait to go back. Deathless Sword Service. Well, Bob, I'm glad your experiment turned into this commitment. You have great energy and share your wonderful gift. I'd say don't be a pessimist, but then I'd be a hypocrite. Well, thank you. You know, it's always an adventure, you know. This modern form of media, you have to understand, I didn't grow up like a lot of you. A lot of you are younger. You grew up in a time where this was all available. This is really came much later in my life. And so I'm still learning my way through all of this. Hi, Joey. Good to see you here. Thanks for being here. Yin Yen says, Bob, I love watching your older YouTube videos. Thank you so much. YouTube was a lot freer back in the day, which I won't get into all that, but thank you. Does Archangel Zadkiel have a message for me? Let me see if I can pick him up. Hold on, Yin Yen. Step into your frequency here. Okay, I'm hearing a voice. I think this is your angel. And he keeps saying to me, he says, the power is rising. The power is rising. So it looks like you're really opening your channel. And Zadkiel says, don't be afraid of letting the power in. And I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying there seems to be a little bit of maybe a little energy block. Like you're a little afraid to embrace that power. And Zadkiel says, let the power flow. I feel like they want to channel through you. And give you protection and open your channeling ability, okay? But They're saying, don't be afraid. Let them come closer. Okay, so tonight I want you to sit down, and as we talk about visualizing that light, and I want you to see standing next to you your Ezekiel, and let him merge with you and with the light. That's what he wants, to be closer. Okay. Anyways, I hope that answers it. Thank you for your question. All right, well, let's move on down here. Hold on. Carolina R is here. Hello, Carolina. It says, hi, Psychic Bob. Thank you for all you do. Question, do you see any changes for me in the future? Do I have any messages from my spirit guide? Caroline, I want you to watch here. I keep getting a lot of bright blue and purple all around you. It tells me your psychic gifts open, your particular clairvoyance and mediumship. The month of November seems to be particularly important around you. I'm getting the words financial transaction here. And it looks as we go into November, there may be some issues come up connected to investment, like investment in property, or some type of financial transaction that deals with land or property of some sort, real estate. And the word I'm being told is go for it, success is yours. Trust that inner voice because spirit world's leading you right now, okay? But November seems to be a time of opportunity and financial blessing, okay? Anyways, hope that helps. Good question. Thank you. All right. Maria H is here. Hello, Maria H. Maria H says, Psychic Bob, am I going to get hired for the job I put in for the city of Oakland? Hi, Maria. Fletcher's back here and he's flipping coins in the air. That means money's coming. So yes, it does look like you'll be hired. I have to tell, I get the word a little bit of delay around that. So if they're telling you they're going to give you a response like in the next week or really soon, it may be delayed just a little longer. I keep getting like about 7-day delay beyond what they're telling you. So if they say, well, we'll tell you next week, it's going to be another week beyond that. But I feel like you will get a response. I keep getting a second interview. I don't know if you've been through 2 interviews or just one, but I'm getting 2 interviews connected to this job. So I feel like you're going to have to go through 2 interviews, but you're going to impress them. Okay. So go for it. All right. Thank you for being here. All right. Good questions. All right. Cell phone. That's an interesting name. Cell phone says, Bob, I was in my pool and a raven flew in to the steps. It drank water and left behind something it brought in its mouth. What does this mean? Raven's protecting you. That gift, I feel like it was a stick or some grass or something. That just means that they're just letting you know they're with you. You know, animals will bring us gifts because like they love us too. They want to exchange with us. That's an energy exchange. So you just want to acknowledge it. I would say if you can, take that gift and save it because that came from that spirit's animal spirit. Okay. But the raven is one of your totems in protecting you. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on a second. We got another question. Christian Druid 1313 says, Bob, why do I have a fear of death? Well, you know, Christian Druid, don't feel bad about that. Well, most of the world has a fear of death. I can tell you as somebody who has actually died and been very close to death several times that it's only scary for about 2 or 3 minutes. When you face that moment of death, the secret to navigating it successfully is just to hold love in your heart and let yourself be embraced by the divine. Nobody's ever really alone in death. You know, people say, oh, I don't want to die alone. I want to die with my family around me. I mean, we all want the ideal death of on our deathbed at 100 years old with people gathered. But the truth is many of us will die in circumstances that may be less than pleasant. And in that moment, this is why, one of the reasons I created Spirit Channel was to teach people how to cultivate spiritual truth so that when you come to that moment, you'll be able to embrace it. Embracing death sounds really strange and it sounds morbid, but really it's not. It's about knowing your connection to your higher self, to your higher power, however you call that. And at that moment, you say, I give you myself to my all. When I was in a near-death experience once, I saw literally God. I was in this tunnel of light like you read about. It really is true. And in that moment, all I wanted to do was be in that light. But see, why wasn't I afraid? Well, part of it is that I think because I'm an old soul, I've done it before. And remember this, when you die, you're also going to remember that you've been in there before. There's strange as there's a familiarity when you leave the body that you don't know right now, but you'll know it then. So your fear of death is really your temporary human consciousness that has forgotten that you've done this before. But when it actually happens, you will be scared, like when you realize, oh my God, I'm going to die. Like when I was in this car accident, I had a moment of absolutely sheer terror of like the shock of like when I was hit head on by a truck. This is the end. But that lasted so briefly. And then it was like familiar. Oh my gosh, somebody just gave me $9.99. Oh my God, thank you so much. I don't see your name. Thank you for thing. Give me your name. It's not showing up here. Thank you so much. But see, when you practice everyday meditation, you instantly at the moment of death shift into that knowing of higher energy, and it makes it a lot easier. This is why I tell people every day, I say it in and out, I can say it a million times till I'm blue in the face. You really want to spend this life attuning to your true self, because ultimately that's where we're all going. So don't make the spirit world some bugaboo. See, our Western culture makes it all, evil. It's like, oh, we don't talk about death. Well, if we understand death, we really understand life. And it's interesting. So many people have come to me like they've had a near-death experience or brush with death, and they've never thought about their spiritual life till that moment. They come to me for readings. They say, Psychic Bob, I really didn't believe in God. I was an atheist, and I almost died, And then they say, now I'm really thinking about what's real in life, So don't wait till that. Start now. It's not scary. It's beautiful. Death is actually, I'll tell you the truth, death is easier than birth. Okay. It's just a letting go. You just float into the light. It's that simple. Good question. I hope that helps a little bit. I could go on for 6 hours, but that's an encapsulated version. Okay. Yeah. T. Rose Lover writes, Bob, do I have any messages from my spirit guide? Thank you. I'm getting around you, T. Rose. I'm getting voices of 3 Pleiadian entities talking. These are guides from the stars. You're a member of the star people. You have a connection with Pleiadians. And I keep hearing them they said she knows of our presence and we are teaching her. So it looks like you're getting some nighttime astral lessons from the Pleiadians. And I feel that they're preparing you to be kind of a voice in the coming years as the alien presence is revealed. Okay. But I get 3 of them around you. I keep hearing one of them. He's giving me the name of Talon, Talon. He says, I'm Talon, and he's a Pleiadian. That's one of your spirit people. Okay. But he's with you and helping you. And the other 2, I'm not getting their names right now, but it's kind of like a little trio of them. But start talking with Talon. Good question. Okay. Joey Spiritual Life says, could I have a reading, please? Hi, Joey. Yes. I got to tell you, Joey, when I step into your vibration here, I'm getting a lot of purple around you. This tells me that you're very focused on your gifts of mediumship. You are a natural medium. I feel like you've been channeling spirits since you were a baby, literally. But the purple light really tells me that they're working very closely with you. I also have to tell you, Joe, I keep being shown, like, as we get into around next year, around March or April, it looks like there's some issue coming up here around training or education. Like you actually may be working with a psychic, almost like a class, like one-on-one. So I want you to be able to getting some more formal training, because I do see training around you. And I feel like even though you're natural, it never hurts to learn a little bit. So yeah, be open next year in 2020 to some spiritual training, okay? But purple light's around you, okay? Anyways, hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Let's see here. Oops, I can't read the name here. Unshaped Walk. That's interesting. Writes, I felt a touch like one finger through my hat on the top of my head the other day. Was that something good or bad? That first of all, that was nothing bad. It was a spirit that was around you. It was a guardian spirit. You have an angel around you. And I keep getting the name around this. It sounds like the name of your angel is like Muriel, Muriel, Muriel. It's a male named Muriel, and he's one of your guardians. He was testing your connection. And whenever an angel taps you, it means look around, pay attention, okay? Because they're trying to keep you out of trouble. Now, I don't pick up that you're in any real danger, but they're just testing your reflexes. So give your angel permission to guide you. You know, one time I was almost crossing the street and an invisible hand literally grabbed me and pulled me back. So I didn't walk in front of a truck I didn't see. It would have killed me. So the angels will protect you and they touch us and hold us and they're friendly to us. So let them be close. All right. Anyways, hope that helps. Good questions. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, Denise Simmons is there. Hey, Denise. Good to see you, darling. Thank you for being here. Doug Allen says, hey, Bob, love the headscarf. My mom has the same one, except it's a tablecloth. I think this would make a good table. This is a scarf version, but it could be a tablecloth. I love, I'm crazy about purple. And anyways, Doug, I don't know if you were here earlier and saw my explanation why I wear this, but it's a Wiccan tradition to wear the veil. Anyways, you can go back later and watch the replay if you didn't see it. Anyways, thank you so much. Tell your mom I stole her tablecloth. Oh my gosh. TM, hello, may I please have a reading? I would truly appreciate it. Hi, TM. You know, Tim, I got to tell you, when I'm stepping into your energy here, I'm getting pink light around you, soft pink light. That means that you've been doing some emotional healing. It also means that you're opening now to love. And I want you to watch, because I keep seeing December around you as a time where there's a lot of relationship energy, kind of like a new start for you. And I feel like when we go into 2020, after December going to next year, I get the word love around you and stable love and healing emotionally. Okay. You have around you, I keep hearing an angel, and this is actually the archangel Raphael. Raphael's an angel who does a lot of healing work with people. Raphael's around you, guiding you right now. So I want you to talk to him and talk to him about how you feel emotionally and what you want in terms of relationship and love in your life. He's working with you, okay? Anyways, hope that helps. Blessings to you. Oh, by the way, Tim, also, I'm getting the word California around you. So I don't know if you're moving there, planning to travel there. Maybe you live there, but I keep seeing California. So I think there's a connection coming for you with California if you're not already there, like traveling in California or moving to California in 2020. Okay. Anyways, let me know if that makes some sense. Blessings to you. Thanks for your question. Queen Nadine, hi, Bob. Does my guides or past loved ones have any positive advice for me? Thank you. Hi, Queen Nadine. Let me tell you, as I'm stepping into your frequency, I'm getting a little bit of dark blue light here. This tells me you've been feeling a little overwhelmed, a little stuck, kind of a little bit depression. But I keep picking up a lady who's talking to me back here. I keep seeing her walk in, standing next to her, and I'm hearing her voice. This is actually on your mom's side of the family, I believe. And it's a woman, I want to call this grandmother on the mother's side. And if I've got it wrong, maybe it's the mother on the father's side. I'm going to say mother's side for right now. But I get this woman who's protecting you. And she keeps saying, she said, oh, she'll get over this very soon. And she's asking me to talk to you about the month of October. She says, October is your time of freedom. It's your time of transition. It's your time of happiness. So I wish I could say it's tomorrow, but it looks like once we get to October, things have shifted around you. I'm seeing silver. She's handing me like silver coins. Silver means money's coming. So I felt financially you've been in a little bit of a holding pattern. And once we get to October, there's a greater sense of freedom and ease, particularly in the money area around you, okay? So call on your grandmother. She's working with you. Blessings to you. Okay, Kimmy D's here. Hello, Kimmy D. Kimmy D says, Psychic Bob, do you see any messages for me? Heart, heart, heart. I love those hearts. You know what I get around you, Kim? It's very interesting. Fletcher's back here and he's opening like a folder. Looks like there's some issue here that could be connected to a job transition or an offer for you. I don't know if you're working right now, but there's words of the words like contract that I want to put. So being offered a deal or an engagement of some sort of contract. I want to watch mid-September for that around you. I'm also getting around you another person in spirit who's talking to me, and this feels like it's a new spirit guide that's coming in to work with you. It's a male, and I keep hearing the name John Brown. Isn't that interesting? John Brown. And he said, I'm John Brown, and he says, I'm giving Kimmy a kick to keep going. And he's dressed, it's funny, he's dressed in literally a brown suit. I think he's doing that to show me his name is Brown. But his suit looks like it's from like the early 1900s, kind of a stylized way men dress, right when suits were changing to more modern look. But he's around you. John Brown's his name, one of your guides, okay? And he's pulling out his wallet. He says, oh, I'll give her a loan. I'm giving Kimmy a loan. So it looks like there's some money coming here for you. And, it's going to tie you over till mid-September, okay? Anyways, hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thanks for being here. All right, let's see who else we got here. Second bug, I put on his glasses. I'm half blind. 8-Bit Valton says, I'm still young at a point of my life where my brain realizes how small and insignificant my life is. Any advice to accept death quickly? Well, let me tell you, 8-Bit, no life is insignificant. By the world standards of the spirit world, you're a hero. The very fact that you came into this life, and this world is a hard world, let's be honest. As much as I like to be positive, I have to be realistic. It's hard here. We take on these bodies that are uncomfortable. They're like literally weights on us. One of the things that's never left me since my near-death experience was the weight of our bodies. It doesn't matter how svelte you are. You could be 80 pounds and thin as a rail. The human body is just pure weight. So the very fact that we take on these bodies, we come into this world of craziness and hatefulness and hostility. It's a dark world. Makes you a hero. So never think of yourself as insignificant. You are a great being over on the other side. In the realms of light, your name is known. And you have many people guiding and watching you. You have a whole council. When we come to the earth, we take on an entire council that guides and protects us. So you have a big council around you, like 30, 40 guides. So you're not insignificant. In most companies, like small companies, if somebody has a team of 30 to 40 people, that means they're a pretty big executive. So you're an executive in the spirit world. You got 30, 40 people working for you. When you say any advice to accept death quickly, as I said earlier, whether our lives are long or short, embrace that other side. Start to know the spirit world. Don't be afraid of death. Death is a natural transition. We're all going to die. Some people say, I had a reading with somebody recently. They hadn't seen me in over 10 years. They said, Psychic Bob, my God, you never age. How do you stay young forever? I said, I don't know. I just have this luck. I don't age. But truth is, I am aging. And someday I may still look young, but I'll be 100 years old. And I'll still probably at some point leave the earth. So, but instead of just assuming like we're going to live forever, let's prepare every day as if we could go home tomorrow. And that means, Sylvia Brown said it. I always quote her because I think she got it right. She said, don't make life hard. Love God, love your neighbor, do some good in the world. And when it's time and it's all said and done, it's time to go home, just shut up and go home. She said, keep it simple. So don't think of yourself as insignificant. You're a great person to many people in the spirit world. And they have a lot of confidence. God has confidence in you, the divine, however you call it, to let you come here. Okay, so you don't have to fear death. Death will come, but don't put your focus on being dead. Focus on loving people. Love God, love your neighbor. See, we always forget loving the neighbor part. Love your neighbor. Do good. When, I've seen it so many times. People come to me, they've had terminal cancer. And they'll say, Bob, the doctor said I have 6 months to live. Will you help me prepare to die? I said, sure, I'll be glad to help you with that. But I said, well, why don't we, though, first focus on living? So what I teach people is how to have joy in the moment. And what I find many, many times in my cases is that when people start to embrace the life of love, of loving others, of helping their loved ones, helping friends, helping strangers, what happens is inside the life force grows. And guess what? So many of them get to that 6-month mark and they're cancer free. Love cures. Life cures. So invest in love, invest in life. And when death comes, if it should come, which it will someday, you'll be ready for it. Anyways, good question. I hope that helps a little bit. Jonathan says, Bob, can you tell me the name of my spirit guide? Yeah, you have a spirit guide around you. I keep hearing the name James around you. And what's interesting, he's dressed in like the Bible, back in the Bible, like the apostles, like St. James. It's not St. James, but he's from that era. He's was a Jewish man back in the time of Christ. His name is James, and he's around you. And when James was alive, he was a teacher. He educated people. So he's kind of your go-to person. He's going to give you advice and guidance on stuff, and he helps you. Like if you need a problem solved, like let's say you're at work, you don't know how to answer a question, you're taking a class, call on James. Okay, that's the name of. You've got more than one guy. That's the one I'm getting around you today. Okay, hope that helps. As I said earlier, we have about 30 or 40 guides. I can't always get all of them, but that's the one who's showing himself to me for you. Okay, blessings to you. Lewis L says, Bob, do you see that trade wars will be resolved soon? This is a complex question because I think that there's so much ego, so much invested ego on each side that's where the block is. I do feel that it will turn around. Now, I know I've been criticized for supporting Trump in the past, but I'll tell you, Trump is trying to protect this country. I know a lot of you don't believe that. I'm not going to get political here, but I'll just say that when he takes a hard line, it's because he's trying to protect this country. He's got a little ego. I'm not going to lie. There's some ego going on in his part. There's also ego on the other side, on the Chinese side. China, for a long time, has had free access to this country and with its goods with very minimal tariffs. And the trade imbalance that Trump has talked about is real. Some of you may not realize I've lived since I was around since the 60s. And I remember a time when America was much more, solid in terms of our development of our products, of our culture of manufacturing. We've lost so much. And what Trump wants to do is rebuild the economy, rebuild jobs here, and make it a more level playing field. And I think that China is going to have to understand they don't have a free pass here to take our markets anymore. So will it be resolved? It's going to be delayed, but ultimately will be resolved. I feel that by the end of the year, by December, there'll be a new trade agreement. Okay. Anyway, sorry to get political. I try to avoid that, but sometimes I can't help it, Joey Spiritualist says, Psychic Bob is awakening people to the truth, and people are still not understanding. I am awakening people to. Well, you are too. We're all doing the work this year. Joey, I got to tell you, when people don't listen, that's no failing on your part. You be the light, because you never know you're planting a seed. I've had people that were diehard atheists come to readings, be hateful to me, cuss me out to my face, mock me, and walk out, and even not pay me. Only to a few months later come back to my office and say, my God, everything you said was true and right. And they were shaking and scared. And they said, what do I do now? I said, well, sit down and now you're ready to listen. So you never know. Speak your truth honestly and share what you know. Let the spirit do the rest. That's all you can do. Okay. That's a good point. Don't be afraid of that. People aren't always ready for what we have to share. You know, I've always said that on my channel, I said I'd rather have a few loyal, good subscribers who are spiritually attuned than millions who are just out, just clueless. See, my channel is about quality subscribers, not quantity. You know, there are a lot of psychics that have bigger followings than I do. But, you know, they're people growing and learning. I feel here at Spiritual, so many people are making progress. And that brings me blessings. So thank you for being wonderful subscribers. Okay, let's see. What else we got here? Oh, Judy Bell says, I have to make dinner, but thank you so much. Yeah, Judy, thanks for coming here. Oh my gosh, we're almost at our time here. So we'll just take a few more questions. And then I got to wrap it up here. Yeah. Oh, Maria H., thank you so much. God bless you. I'm so glad that reading made sense to you. All right, let's see who else we got here. Bobby D., don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's true. Don't drink the Kool-Aid of atheism and materialism. It's all false. Spirit's what's real. Good thing. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys have got so many messages going. Oh my God, James just sent me. James, thank you so much. That's so nice. Take this money, Bob. When will you next live stream? Probably going to be, I might do this on Sundays for a while till we get witching hour going. So probably Sunday nights. Okay. Thank you so much for that. It's very kind of you. Oh, Anthony's here. Hi, Lord Tony. Lord Tony is here. Hi, Lord Tony. Good to see you. Zanbass says, could you please find out if I will reunite with my life partner soon? Thank you very much. Zanbass, I don't see it until closer to the end of the year, around November. They're still doing a lot of healing, and they're doing a lot of growth, and you've been doing a lot of growth. But I feel that you'll reconnect in November because both of you are ready to come back together. So around that time. Okay. Jerry A says, hi, say goodbye. I'd like to know what I can do to detox my body of blurry vision and nerve inflammation. You know, I got to tell you, Jerry, there's so much toxicity in our environment. I'm somebody who receives directed energy weapons, and I can totally get that. One of the things you can do is literally, first of all, work with a doctor if you're having problems. I mean, you know, I can't say don't use doctors, but just from a holistic side, one of the things is walk. Walk every day. Walking kind of resets people, at least it does for me. And the psychic I used to said, if you walk, it brings healing. And I find that to be true. And drink a lot of water. You want to continue to flush out your system. We're all bombarded with so much toxicity from radiation, from, you know, the chemtrails, all of that. Wash your body out. I might recommend also the gemstone shungite. Very purifying, very protective. Okay, good question. All right. Let's see here. Major Tom, I don't know what your issue is, but, you know, you need to move on if you're going to be hateful. All right. Anyways. Lewis L., my mom has had some health issues lately. Please tell me she will recover nicely with no major issues. Yeah, Lewis, I do see healing around your mother. I feel it's going to be about 3 more weeks till she sees significant improvement. I want them to keep an eye on her blood sugar levels. I do pick up there's some issue there, and that's affected, and have her thyroid checked, okay? All right. But she'll be better. You know, she may have to go on thyroid medicine, but I don't think it's long-term, maybe for a few months. But I do see her coming back into balance, okay? Yeah. Fendog says, great focus and concentration. But thank you. You know, Fendog, I have to tell you, you know, when I was a young psychic, I was trained in the spiritualist church. And my teacher used to put me in the most impossible reading situations. One time she took us to a shopping mall in the middle of Christmas and said, now you're going to do readings. Can you imagine being in a shopping mall? I don't know, many of you go to shopping malls at Christmas time, but people everywhere, rushing, packages everywhere. And I said, how the hell am I supposed to read this? She said, this is to train you to focus. So she taught me really hardcore focus. And Jerry sent me, Jerry, thank you so much. That's very kind of you to send that money. Blessings to you. Yeah, TM writes, Bob, what are your thoughts on the rainforest? Well, do you want the polite version or do you want the truth? I honestly believe, now this may not ever be proven. I believe the rainforest was a planned attack. I believe that the rainforest fire was set purposely to create destruction. I also know that there are higher forces such as the Fae who inhabit those regions who are going to help also to end it. I believe it was created as an effort to create massive global destruction that others may profit by limiting resources and creating environmental damage. There are unfortunately people on the earth who are plotting destruction to make financial profit. And I believe this is one of those cases. That's all I'll say. All right. Yeah. TM said their soul hurts as an empath for the animals there. Okay. Anyways, guys. Well, listen, it's almost an hour. We're actually a little over an hour. I'm going to wrap this up now. But I thank you for being here. I hope this has been fun for you. I've had a good time. And listen, please help me out. Go back when this video processes, like it, thumbs up, favorite it, share with your friends. And tell me in the box below, do you like doing this? Put it tomorrow or later tonight after this post. Put in the info box below if you'd like to do this again next Sunday. Do a live stream where I answer psychic questions. You and me do a Sunday night hangout. You guys are best. I love you. I send blessings to all of you. And listen, I got to show you something before we go off air. If you have not done so, go to my website tonight. And shortly, if it's not up yet, it'll be up soon. This is my newest painting. It's called Purple Dream. And it's a modern art style abstract. It's available for free download at my website, Purple Dream. Go to PsychicBob.com later tonight and get this. It's only going to be up till next Saturday, okay? Last week's work, I don't know if it's still up there, but if it's still up there, you can get this before it goes tonight. This was last week's painting, which is called Remembering Rothko. That's going down shortly, so it may or may not be up there. I don't know, my web developers put it up. But this is going to be the new one that's up tonight. And if you don't see it, just check back. PsychicBob.com. My link to my websites will be below. While you're over there, make sure to check out my books. I'm a published author. Hold on, let me see if I can find some books here. Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom is over there. Messages from Rose. Oops, I got some glare here. Messages from Rose about my work as a psychic, okay? We've got Psychic Bob's Book of Spells and Ouija Mysteries and others over at my website, okay? So definitely check that out, okay? You guys are the best. And listen, if you want to get on my schedule for a private psychic reading, I still have some openings. Private reading is a full hour, you and me one-on-one, and we'll cover everything. Past, present, future, spirit guides, messages from deceased loved ones. Like tonight, y'all got a little snippet, but as many of you know, in my private readings, we go a lot more in depth. And so if you want to do that, give me a call. Call me at my office number, 703. Put this in your cell phone, 703-825-3929. Again, Bob Hickman, 703-825-3929. That'll be below. Or write to me at my email, which is PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com. All those links will be in the info box below this video once it processes. Hey, Emily, good to see you. I didn't see you earlier, darling. Oh, no, you missed it. Well, we're right at the end, darling, but we're talking about doing this next Sunday. So if you like this, tell me in the comment box below after this process if you want to do this next Sunday, Psychic Bob Hangout, okay? We'll make it happen. You guys have been wonderful tonight. Thank you so very much for taking the time to be here. Thank you for your wonderful questions. I hope it's been of help to you. And I'd love to connect with each of you. So put comments in the box below. Be back here tomorrow on Monday. Monday, we're going to have our astrology forecast. We're going to spin around the zodiac wheel and see what is in the stars for you, so don't miss it. Be back here tomorrow for that. Well, guys, listen, thank you so much. Good night to all of you. Thank you so much. Janet Mars says, hi, Bob. Nice to watch you live. I live in the UK, so normally catch up on Monday. Thank you for staying up late in North Wales. Yay. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Jan. Wonderful. You guys are best. Thank you to all of you who stayed up so late tonight from the UK. I tell you, guys want Psychic Bob to come to the UK and do a live appearance? I might do that. I've been missing the UK. It's my second home. I consider myself British, half British. I'm half American, half British. That's how I view it. Anyways, you guys are best. I love you. Listen, be back here tomorrow for our astrology forecast. Thank you for being here. And make sure to give me a call. Check out my website, PsychicBob.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, may all of you always blessed be.